Hey everyone, it's Laura here from makingcardsisfun.com, and today I am part of the Create a Smile Stamps video hub. I'm going to be using the adorable new Cool Buddies stamp set. I just really love these winter images and they're just so very adorable. Over here I have a piece of masking paper, and this is from Eclipse, and I'm going to be stamping some of the cute images onto that masking paper. So I'm going to mount these 3 images onto acrylic blocks so I can easily stamp them on the masking paper. I'm going to stamp these in Memento Tuxedo Black ink. However, you could use any ink for this masking technique. There we go. So I just stamped these images onto the masking paper, and now I'm going to cut each image out using my EK Success Color B scissors. So over here I have a piece of white cardstock, and I'm going to cut this to 4 inch by 5 1/4. Okay, so I'm just going to start stamping my images, and I'm just going to kind of create a scene using these cute snowmen. So I'm going to stamp this one over here. And then the bigger one next to the small snowman. There we go. Okay, so now I'm going to do the masking part. I'm going to peel off those sticky parts of the stamp, of the mask, by using my We Are Memory Keepers quick stick, and there's this kind of a palette end to it that you can use to peel off like backer sheets and stuff like that. So now I'm using it for the mask, and it's very easy. You could also just go between the sticky side and the non-sticky side using an X-Acto knife. Okay, so I'm just going to mask off. So now I'm going to stamp the 3rd snowman, also using that same Memento Tuxedo Black ink again. And this time I'm just going to stamp the snowman on top of the masks, and it will kind of look like the snowman stands behind the 2 other snowmen. So it's just a cool effect when you use those masks. So I'm just going to stamp it over here. It looks kind of weird right now, but it will look better when I remove the masks. So I'm just going to do that right now, and you will see that it looks like this snowman and the tiny one, that they are standing in front of the other snowman. So now I'm going to be coloring all of these images using Copic markers, and I will be speeding this part up a little bit because otherwise my video will be too long. I'm going to be using Copic sketch markers, and I'm also going to be using just one Copic child marker. So be sure to leave a comment if you have any questions about the coloring process, and then I will answer them as soon as possible. just finished coloring all of these snowmen, and I stamped another hat and I cut it out and I adhered it on top of the other colored hat, and I used some foam adhesive just for an extra fun effect. I'm going to add some clear wing of Stella glitter on the buttons and also on the scarf from the snowman. So now I'm going to stamp a greeting, and I'm going to stamp the Merry Christmas sentiment. Tuxedo black ink from Memento again. I'm just going to stamp that over here. Lovely. Now I'm going to stamp the snowflake from the same stamp set using surf blue ink from Simon's Stamp. And I'm just going to stamp it around the snowman. Over here I have a white card, and it is slightly smaller than usual. It measures 4 inches by 5.5 instead of 4 1/4. So I'm going to be adhering these strips of silver glitter tape, and I'm just going to adhere it on 2 sides of the paper. Just like this, and then I'm going to cut off the edges. There we go. I just adhered these glitter strips, and now I'm going to adhere this panel onto the card using some foam adhesive, some glossy accents for some extra sparkle. So I'm just quickly going to adhere some 6 and 4mm sparkling clear sequins from Pretty Pink Posh. And as always, I am using a little drop of glossy accents and my EK Success tweezers to adhere them. Okay, so that finishes up my card for the Create a Smile Stamps video hop. You will find a link to the next video in the video description below, and all of the details about this video hop are also in the video description and also on my blog post. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll be back very soon. Bye!